もらいます。アルゴフェスタ。
Argo Vista! Alright, who else was freaking next level hype when our boy Bella Crenel was just like, Goddess, Hestia, I'm gonna take your name in this moment. Argo Vista! Alright, okay, I think we all have to admit, this episode was hype AF. And I would say the F right at the beginning, but YouTube wasn't like, I have to, if I'm gonna say the F word, I gotta say it for 6 minutes into the video. I can't say it right off the bat, or else the ads won't play. So here's the thing, this episode was absolutely amazing. Freaking Moss Huge ×2 𝐒𝐿𝐴, because the Moss Huge evolved this episode. He went through Digivolve, Digital Monster. So he went through the evolution this episode, and I love how Bell whooped his ass twice. So I need to know, because when things were looking grim, and Lily was looking down in the dumps, we were getting some back scenes on her talking to Hestia, and Hestia being like, oh, Haruhime's power, we're never gonna have to use it. It's a backup for a backup plan. And Lily's looking like, oh well, shit. Like, we just had to use it, and then we used all of Welf's magic swords. We used all of Haruhime's power. We still got our ass whooped, and the people we saved were about to have to throw their bodies in the way just so we could escape. She's feeling in the dumps. So in that moment, I need to know if you guys were feeling the same way. If you guys were like, Bell. And because as soon as he came through, he's like, Lily. I was like, yes, that's right. Bell Crenel to save the day. And basically Lily just wanted, I know that she was in the moment of panic, but it must have been like the ocean. Like, it's just full on ocean down there, like full wetness, because when Belle came, she was just like red in the cheeks, like, oh, my savior. It's like Superman coming to save Lois for the 12th time today. Like, it was amazing to see. And I love that we got a little, as Belle was fighting, Aisha and Welf and, all of them, Makoto, were explaining that, hey, when Haruhime gives you the level boost, right? It immediately puts you from, I don't know exactly how it works, and I'm not going to pretend to be an expert on this, somebody who dissects the world of DanMachi or anything. Like, I'm not going to pretend, so I'm not going to, but how I imagine it works is if I'm level 2, it boosts me to level 3. If I'm level 4, it boosts me to level 5. If I'm level 5, it boosts me to level 6, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, etc. So I'm assuming that's a dumbed down version of how Haruhime's level up boost works. So in those moments, Aisha was fighting at level 5 and still got her ass whooped. You know what I mean? And one of the important things that Makoto had said was, hey, when we go through the level boost, it feels like my body and my mind are fighting with each other because my mind can't keep up to where my body's new level is. And why that was so crucial and important of an explanation for me personally was Bell has in the past, and again, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments because I might get this wrong, but in the past 6 months, he's gone from rookie at level 1 to level 4. So he's progressed so rapidly that he truly hasn't had time in any one level to fully master that level. So if I were to say, it's like, the way I think of it is like a job class, right? If I'm playing an RPG game, if I'm playing a video game and I suddenly go from a mage to a sword fighter, or if I go from a shielder, like a defender, to somebody who's like a mage, or if I go from a mage to a healer, or from a healer to an attacker, I imagine it's similar in the levels of, well, I didn't spend enough time as level 1. I didn't spend enough time as level 2 or 3 to master, to say, okay, I'm a level 3 master. Like, I've done everything you can do at this level, kind of how 𝐼𝐻 or 𝐼𝐻 is like I think she's stuck at level 5. So right now she's the master of level 5, right? And 𝐼𝐻 Wallenstein. So our little rookie, our little rabbit foot here, hasn't had the time in any of the levels to really master it. So his body has constantly been in adjustment mode. So based on the experience he had with, defending against those birds, those pointed bird monsters, that kind of brought up his speed game and brought up his levels. And then, from a thought process, he took what Welf's, was saying about his magical weapon, and he kind of put all those things together, and his body was finally catching up to his mind. His mind was catching up to his body kind of thing. And he was finally, learning how to be level 4, hitting that peak of level 4, where all cylinders were firing. And that's why he was able to basically embarrass the 𝐒𝐻𝐻𝐽. And when he took a step further and he used the magic sword that had been created for him, he took what Welf has said and he was like, oh, well, it kind of doesn't, you can't transfer magic to it, but it will kind of hold and disperse magic. So he used that in conjunction with his firebolt, in conjunction with his ability that he has. And he did the ultimate, knife firebolt move, and he called it Osto Verga or whatever, or Asta, whatever, Arsta Vesta, Argo Vesta. Okay, I got there, guys. I got there. It's hard to remember on the fly. Argo Vesta. And he obliterated the 𝐒𝐻𝐻𝐽, which you love to see. And he basically, he saved all of his companions, he saved all the different people who have been affected by the 𝐒𝐻𝐻𝐽, and he's only going to get a level boost from here on, so he's going to get an additional experience from here. And then obviously we had the episode end with the mermaid saying Daisuke, I love you, 𝐵𝐭, which I thought was really cute too. It's add another monster love to the list. So you got your girls, you got the Makotos and the Haruhimes and the Lilies and the Hestias, and then you got your Xenos group over here as well. So add one more to that list for Belle's love life. A harem full of all flavors of the world, my man said. So really great episode. Really loved the hype moments. I was literally I was in my chair doing I was doing the little kid shakes. You get excited. And that's what makes a great episode to me. So I can't wait to see what comes more. As they now, they need to get the hell out of the dungeon. Period. At the end, they need to get the hell out of there. But in the future, when they go in, back to the lower floors, I'm excited to see kind of what comes next. All in all, for all of them. All right, Haruhime's best girl. I'm gonna leave you guys on that thought there, and let me know what you guys thought in the comments below. Sorry for this video being late, but I hope that it was as hype as it was for you guys. And there's always somebody watching an episode for the first time every day. So if that was you, let me know in the comments. All right. Much love. Peace out, guys.